Here are two examples taken from the UK. On the left, we've got the high hazard process and the tolerability of death in a high hazard process as provided by the Health and Safety Executive in the UK. So generally anything less than 1 in 10,000 is considered unacceptable. Your target really is 1 in a million chances of death. Or a return period, if you like, or an annual return period of 1 in a million. On the right, we've got a similar thing, slightly more complicated, because we're looking at transporting major hazards around the UK. And you've got to do a risk assessment for such activities. And when it's deemed that it's likely to kill a lot of people, so you're over in the brown zone, that would be considered unreasonable and unacceptable. If you're in the green zone, so 1 death at 1 in 10,000, or multiple deaths in the hundreds of millions, and then you're generally in the acceptable zone. Now, there's a slightly shade of green here, which is the somewhere in between. And this is where you need to do some risk assessments. And in the UK, we have this concept of a LARP, that is as low as reasonably practical. So what we do for high risk and major hazard transportation and high risk buildings, high risk activities, is we try to reduce the risk to as low as reasonably practical. You cannot rule out all your risks. There is no such thing as a risk-free life, but you can get them as low as possible. Now, again, it's as low as practical, not as low as possible. So there's a limit to how practical the procedures you can do, the measures you can take to reduce the risk. Now, New Zealand has a similar concept called as near as reasonably practical, ANARP. So this is what you need to bear in mind when you're looking at risk assessments of earthquake-prone buildings.